Hi, this is Don Carriker from iwantagreathomeloan.com, and a question I had come up yesterday was, can I pay off my credit card debt or other debts with my home loan? And the answer is yes, you can. There are a couple of different ways to do it, and it may or may not be a good idea for you to do it. So you probably ought to talk with somebody in person to look at your entire situation to see if it makes sense. But can you do it? Typically, yes, as long as you have equity in your home. Equity is the difference between what your house is worth and what you owe on it. You typically have to have at least 20% equity in your house before you can get any type of money paid off or any kind of money to pay off debts. The three ways to do it actually are: you can refinance your current mortgage, your first mortgage, and get a big enough mortgage to pay off your debt along with the old first mortgage. Or you can get a closed-end second mortgage where you take out a second mortgage on your house for a certain set amount and you pay it back in a certain period of time, and and then you're done. The loan's done. That's typically with a fixed interest rate, and so is the first mortgage. But as far as your home equity line of credit, when you've got a home equity line of credit, that's the third way. A home equity line of credit is where you have equity in your home and you're able to use that equity anytime you want to, however you want to, for up to typically 10 years. I have one myself, and I use it quite often for investment purposes. But a home equity line of credit is an adjustable rate, though. It adjusts every single month. So you'd hate to carry a large balance on a home equity line of credit, especially in this rising market. So yes, you can pay off debts with your home loan. You can do it one of three ways: refinance your first mortgage and get enough cash out to pay off your debts and your old first mortgage. You can get a closed-end second, which is a set loan for, let's say, you get a set loan for $15,000 and you pay it off in the next 5 years, something like that. Or you get a home equity line of credit. It's called a home equity line of credit, HELOC we call it, and that gives you a set amount that you can draw into or out of, and then as you pay it back, you get to use it again. For example, you borrow $5,000 against a $15,000 home equity line of credit. You pay back the $5,000 in a couple of years, you get to borrow it all again. So it's kind of a neat way to do it, and very convenient. It allows you to get money out without having to ask anybody's permission again. And you can typically do that for 10 years. So yes, you can pay off your debt. You can do it as long as you have equity in your home and you've got decent credit. But call me if you have any other questions on that on a home equity or paying off debt. My number is 417-844-5370. 417-844-5370 if you have any questions about paying off debt. It makes sense to do it sometimes, and it makes terrible sense not to do it. It makes bad sense to do it in other situations. So it all depends on what your particular situation is, and you ought to talk to an advisor about that. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.